morning. It's perspectives. When you see me like this, you're gonna say Christmas don't enter. By this time, next week Friday, it will be boxing day. So when me say today, so they do our keresi on top perspectives. Welcome on board. This is Perspectives. My name is Remy Allen. Some people are already saying December is going to be dirty. How dirty are you going to make your December? I don't understand. I'm sure the ladies in the house will make me understand what is going to be dirty about the December, about the Christmas and all that. For me, I'm not going to do dirty December. I'm not going to do dirty Christmas. I'm going to do good one, clean one, sweet one. But whatever that dirty, it might be just what they call it now, just a tag. It might not mean the exact thing, but the ladies are here. We share our thoughts on it. My name is Remy Allen once again. I've got Sha, baby.
Good to see you.
All
right, then.
Wait, sorry, before you talk. I'm trying to really access you this morning.
Please do.
You know,
It's December already. You said it, and
Olori.
yeah, we're trying to add some local flavor to it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's beautiful.
December the Niger way.
Oh yeah. That's so they be. That's so.
And I like that you've mentioned that this time next week is going to be Boxing Day. So please don't forget our boxes. We would be so glad to have some boxes, right on the table. Just bring it to the reception and say for the prospective ladies, and that will be cool, So don't say you forgot. We'll be here next week, and we'll ready to receive the boxes.
Yes, so not very ready.
Bring boxing gloves up. It's not for fights.
We don't disagree that one now. It is the gifts you're bringing for the crew of Perspective.
Yeah.
Like she said, once you get into the reception, tell them, now those girls, those naughty girls, those girls where they make on a Friday, and morning program. Now them I won't give this gift. Auntie baby, and they come to you.
Remy, what's this dirty December? And good thing you admitting you are naughty. This naughty girls, right?
Maybe the naughtiness makes it dirty.
Yeah, probably.
What's the thing about dirty December? I'm still going to go back to that. Dirty December. Is it a DIRTY or is it the DETTY?
No, DIRTY.
Oh, okay, dirty, really?
No,
in the real sense of it.
Actually, when Nigerians started with the acronym, so to
it's
speak,
just to be DETTY.
It was DETTY. Like
we're painting the town red. The fun,
partying, the carnivals, the clubbing
at the peak. All at the peak. But now dirty. I really don't. Well, let's see what's going to happen.
I think the DIRTY came about from this movie that's just released by Edo, and already Cannes has released their position saying this season actually is something that ought to be
solemn.
Yes,
solemn. Not
something negative shouldn't attach to it, but Nigerians, how they are. And the tag has really attracted a lot of tourists' interest in celebrating Christmas in Nigeria.
Speaking of tourists, I'd like to say, because a lot of people will be coming home to celebrate with friends and family. Please be careful out there when you come around. Yes, we have to tell you the truth. We won't sugarcoat anything for you. Just be careful. As much as you want to have the fun, open your eyes. Open it.
We're not scaring you, you know. It's not about scaring you. Say you should not. We know that there is insecurity situation in the country, and everybody should be watchful. You need to know if you've got watch where you're going. Don't stay out late nights and so many other things. So it's not that we want to scare you from coming.
That's not the
aim. Let's
party
together. Let's party together. That's the essence of Christmas. Share love and don't make this just about yourself.
Yeah.
The essence of the season.
Yesterday I saw online where the lady said she sent a message to the uncle that she has gotten a discounted ticket to be in Nigeria, and the uncle said this is not the best time to come to Nigeria. But the lady said either it is or not, That is December.
Must happen.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
come.
yeah.
You know, yes. And to the extent, many people think about it in the hustling and bustling of, especially the cities like Abuja, Lagos. You know, things will be happening and all of that. Some mindsets is the freedom, this festivity
Yep.
that's in the air, and
Yep.
Nigerians now trust. We are the warmth of our reception is superb. But then, like very dark man advised yesterday on his Twitter account that please, it's not that don't come and dirty the December in Nigeria, but don't forget that your health also matters.
Exactly.
Do not throw caution to the wind
Yeah.
in the name of celebration or dirtying
Mhm.
December.
December.
Don't dirty your life. Don't dent your life. Because if you
Exactly.
come to Nigeria healthy and you're living with some kinds of diseases, that's not okay.
Don't
Or
get
even if
carried
you are
away.
staying in the
Yeah.
country, even
Yes,
do you have to?
still need your health as
Yes,
well.
Yeah,
you
you
need your
do.
you need
You
your
do.
And
health
you need
as
your
well.
life as well.
You need your life as well. So be careful. HIV is still real, and some other diseases you may think about. So please be
You know,
cautious.
I wasn't thinking in that direction until you said HIV is real. Yes, it is. So I think I understand now. I mean,
The dirty.
what the-
So
yeah.
please.
what this
be
is all
careful.
about.
Ẹ ṣé
Okay.
jẹ́jẹ́.
God bless you.
It's
Ẹ
all
ṣé
right.
jẹ́jẹ́ o. All right,
Yeah.
that's it. It's perspectives. You heard from the ladies. You've seen them looking all radiant and beautiful this morning. Just know, say the show could take as usual. We always bring it to you hot from this part of our world for you to see us. All right, we'll take a short break now. After we come back, we'll go straight to our program proper, when we'll start with the newspaper headline review. Then we'll take our focus. Lastly, we'll go to trending stories. So a whole lot for you. Stick around. I will also be welcoming your call on the program today. So if you want to call in, go and recharge your phone now. We'll throw the number out when the time comes for you to respond to the topic that we're looking at. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. Stay with us. welcome back. It's still Perspectives on OSRC television. Going straight to the newspaper headline review this morning. And I'm starting from Ondo State. That is Weekend Hope. It has this headline. Ayedatiwa inaugurates 8.8-kilometer road for Ondo's Agric Hub in Ijare. If you want to read more on the story, you can go to page 2 of the Weekend Hope. Nigerian students have abandoned books, experts lament. That's on page 2 as well. And here are some riders decry phone addiction among adults, youths, children. Scholars call for discipline, saying hard work. Okay, and also we have how terrorists bomb or were church. Catholic priest narrates in court. That is on page 1 and it continued on page 19 of the Weekend Hope. Okay, also we have Bayelsa Deputy Governor dies at 60. That's, of course, it's an old story, and there are developments about that story. And that's why we still have it here. You can find it on page 10 of the Weekend Hope newspaper. Viral video showed exhausted, kidnapped men. Abductors demanded 100 million naira. That's also on page 18 and 19 of the newspaper. That's Weekend Hope newspaper. Okonjo Iweala, Mo Abudu make Forbes 100 most powerful women list. Well, I remember that we also spoke about that last week. All right, let's move to Sade now to take more to bring from another newspaper.
All right, I'll be taking the Daily Sun. On the Daily Sun this morning, we have these headlines. No regrets, leaving PDP. Party abandoned me during trial, tribulation, as Fubara says. You find details of that. You find it on page 27 of the Daily Sun. Let's have this one. Can begs Tinubu for safe Christmas, New Year seasons. It's the only can that is begging now. I think all Nigerians are begging so we can have safe Christmas and New Year celebration. Already there are some videos online where some of these bandits are claiming to they're going to launch attacks during these festivities and all of that. So please, Mr. President, we're begging the season be safe for all, everywhere.
The most important thing is make it safe for yourself first.
Okay. Make it safe for yourself. Okay, in making it safe for yourself, does that mean you won't be going to worship centers? And all of this traveling?
Yoruba says, Ojulala konfin show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I understand what you guys are trying to say, that security is the job of all. So you have to also watch it wherever you are. Alleged financial fraud, court grants Ngigi bail on self-recognition. All right, you find details of that on page 4 of the Daily Sun for this morning. Why Kanu's conviction won't stand at appeal court, says lawyer. Details of that you want to know, you find on page 29 of the Daily Sun. Reps set up panel to probe discrepancies in tax laws. Find details of that on page 28 of the Daily Sun. And here you also have PDP. Wike Camp announces dissolution of 14 state Southwest committees. Well, you find details of that on page 9 of the Daily Sun and some other stories there.
All right, Tatilaya.
All right, I've got with me Nigerian Tribune this morning, and the big one says LGs must get their money, Tinubu tells governors. And that's on page 3. Senate confirms Ibaz, Ajimobi, Yakubu, Fani Kayode, Omokri, 59 others other ambassadors. Nigeria's 200 trillion cubic feet of gas can end darkness. And that's coming from the new NUPRC boss. Okay, and banditry military operation underway at Oshun Kwara boundary communities coming from Adeleke. Find that on page 19 of Nigerian Tribune. Court dismisses Malami bail application to remain in EFCC custody. It's on page 13. I never really belonged to PDP, Fubara declares. And that's on page 20. PDP crisis to Raki Wike's camp in another face-off over State Congress excos. Page 4. You can find that on page 4. And Wike's group raffles the solution of Lagos, Bauchi, Oyo Delta excos. 10 others. Okay, fixes State Congress for January 9. They are acting like dying horses. That's coming from Turaki's camp. All right. And that's all we've got for you on the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Yep.
All right.
One will want to ask since when? I mean,
no,
that statement from Fubara says he never really belonged to PDP.
PDP.
Since when?
Oh, well, it's yes.
I mean, since when? A platform under which he was elected.
Elected.
I
And
mean,
after all the trouble and everything, and you now said they didn't stand by you.
that's
you
even
never-
that,
it-
that,
that's
that,
even
that's
understandable.
that's
But for you to
understandable.
now
Say
say
you never really
never
belonged.
So
You see,
anyway,
integrity
that's
sometimes.
exactly,
Integrity,
yes.
integrity is key, you know, and it's showing who this person is, the kind of person this person is. You know, Yoruba would say, "Gida yefo." I think that's what it is.
He said he's not planning to land soon.
Moving ahead, we take this one from the Vanguard newspaper, and this is on oil sector. That's the big story here. Far-reaching reforms coming. Eyeson and Mohammed vow. And then here are some riders. Tinubu's NUPRC, NMDPRA, CEOs nominees are sure at Senate screening. There's another one. We ensure investor confidence accelerates gas development. That's coming from ASON. And Nigeria losing enormous value due to manual processes. Others. There will be strict enforcement of contracts quality standards. That's coming from Mohammed. That's good. But sometimes in this country, we are usually about words and no action. Page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Go there, you'll find the full story. Tax laws altering legislations through official gazette illegal. That's coming from lawyers. And here's a writer to read. Reps constitutes committee to probe alleged alterations. Okay, you can also visit the Vanguard newspaper for the detail of that story. Governor Yusuf lost Tinubu Bichi over 47 billion naira Wuju Wuju Road. You can find the details on page 9. Uncertainty over NAF aircraft departure to Portugal after release in Burkina Faso. Waiting they happen with this aircraft. It spent 10 days in Burkina Faso, and after a long while they've been released after 10 days, and now again Portugal. Anyway, Electoral Act reps back 2-year jail term, 5 million naira fine for vote buyers, sellers. I know that this will get us interest, get our interest. I hope this 5 million naira jail term for vote buyers and sellers in Nigeria. That's good.
What? I think buyers or sellers beware, because buyers will not go anywhere. They have the money. Okay, buyers have the money to pay, to get their freedom. But you as the seller.
And then the final one, Tinubu to governors. Obey Supreme Court judgment. Let local governments get their allocations.
Yeah.
That's on page 8. All right. Shadi?
Well, starting from where you ended, that's talking about the president insisting that local governments should get their pay. That's an instruction that has lingered for how long? And despite legislation to that effect, despite our courts judgment to that effect, yet we're still
Has it been
hammering on,
implemented?
yes, it's yet to be implemented. And this leads to the first story I've got here on Daily Trust, talking about tax laws alterations. Presidency silent, reps raise probe panel. Who altered what? And because that's going to alter the whole process, the effects even on the economy, on the citizenry, is going to alter it. So it's not a matter of being silent now, it's a matter of speak. This is when they should sorrow. So okay, I mean, people should talk and tell us what exactly happened. Who altered it? At what stage was it altered? Because the moment it becomes signed into law, either it's the alterations are faulty or not, it becomes
A
a
law.
law to be
And it's
implemented.
binding.
Yes, and it affects the whole system. So that should be looked into. Like one of our former agents would say, yeah, want to shoot this
Cocoa. Get to the boat.
Yes,
to
to
the
the
You know,
bottom
in
of it.
hoarding information, it's just a thing about this government. I don't know because they tell you half and they keep the rest to them. Just like we said the other day when they said they
When it
arrested,
talks about
yeah,
that
that they
visual
they
security,
didn't pay ransom and all, but they didn't tell us what exactly happened. So, well, I'm not
Let's
surprised.
expect in the
More
course of
information.
Yeah,
more information
maybe.
will surface
Let's hope so.
regarding that. And then we have this one: federal government reopens unity schools after 28-day closure. During when other schools are on holiday, the ones that are reopened now, wouldn't it bring concentration of whoever was interested in them? Man, what's happening?
questions that only them can answer.
Reopen? Is it that they are reopened pending next
Next,
Yeah,
term's
because
resumption?
yes.
I guess that should
Or
be
they
it.
are reopened so they could write the exams that they didn't write when others were writing?
We'll
You
get
see?
to the root of that.
To the root of that.
And if you want to know, you can go into the newspaper to
Yeah,
read.
details will
Yes,
be in the
details
yes.
of this story. Please read up from the Daily Trust. Boko Haram adopts the Born local government vice chair councillors. Wow. So please read. It's not a good one, though they are politicians, but then it doesn't mean they should be adopted. We need them to do right things. I think you check page 22 of the Daily Trust for details on that
Actually,
story.
nobody deserves to be adopted.
Nobody deserves to be adopted, really.
Including
That's what I'm saying, that they don't deserve to be adopted. Some people say, well, maybe it's good they have a taste of the pudding, but then nobody deserves
I don't
to
want to
be.
say my mind about that.
Nobody deserves to be adopted.
mute.
Okay,
Mute.
let me.
Mute.
Let
New
me.
budget as 2025's lags. Well, what's happening this time around? This time last year, the budget has been presented and passed already. Why are we lagging, this time around? Please check the front page of the Daily Trust for details on that story. Reps raise presidential campaign expenses to 10 billion naira. Then governorship to 3 billion naira. Okay.
Campaign
Okay,
expenses.
yes. Okay. E-transmission of election results. Campaign expenses can now go up as much as that. We can say it's been proactive. Like the government is aware of how expensive things are in this country.
Country.
So the campaign expenses too has been affected. I guess this. Okay, Remy. All right, that will be all from the Daily Trust, please.
All right, let's get down to the Nation newspaper. We've got NBA, AGF, no to death penalty for kidnapping. Wow. Woo. Okay, find that on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. Court dismisses Malami's bail application. And ex-AGF legally detained. And still on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. Nigerian Air Force officers leave Burkina Faso for Portugal. Okay, and that's on page 25. Alleged 22 billion fraud and naira fraud. Court upholds Ngige's bail with conditions. You can find that on page 4. States on high security alert for Utide. And another one says Tinubu to governors obey verdict on council autonomy. PDP failed me, says Fubara. Governor speaks on defection to APC. State police will strengthen our security, says President Iwata, to roll out e-registration. Okay, Army training schools for overall. PDP faction dissolves 14 states ESCOs. Find that on page 29. And that's all we've got for you, I guess. Yeah.
All right,
the Nation newspaper.
finally, on the newspaper review part of the show this morning, we'll take the Guardian newspaper. When pains of reform, old scars haunt new tax era promises. All right, go to, that's a big story on the Guardian newspaper. You can see the details on page 4 and 5 of that newspaper. Senate confirms 64 ambassadorial nominees. That's on page 3. PDP caretaker committee dissolves 14 states. State ESCOs fixes January for congresses. That's also on page 3. That's details is on the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian newspaper holds that story. So go there. Fresh nationwide defections tilt 2027 balance as APC tightens grip. Ex-Labour Minister Ngige gets bail in alleged 2.2 billion naira fraud charges. You can see the details on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper. Guardian newspaper. All right, you can also, you see this again, 6 ex-PDP governors attend as Tinubu hosts APC caucus in Aso Villa. That's, the details is also on page 7. Bakinladi attack, death toll rises to 14. That's on page 30. All right, with that, we've come to the end of this segment. That's the newspaper headline review of this perspective program. We'll take a short break. When we'll come back, we'll go straight to the focus of the day. Quite an interesting one. You don't want to go anywhere. Do stay with us. For the day, and I said you don't want to miss this particular one.
Why are you excited about
Exactly,
it?
that's the question.
I'll take the story and then
Remy, why
program
why this
Remy
why this
needs
excitement?
dissect it.
We will. We will. Okay, we will.
We will.
Right, go on.
Okay, the Ghana Police Service has warned that the persistent denial of sexual relations within marriage, that one, within marriage,
In quotes,
within marriage, could be considered emotional abuse under the country's domestic violence laws. Assistant Commissioner of Police, ACP Dennis Fakui, or OT, Regional Deputy Police Commander, stated this in an interview with the Ghana News Agency, GNA, explaining that Ghana's Domestic Violence Act 732 of 2007 recognizes certain harmful behaviors in intimate relationships as emotional abuse. Fakwa noted that a spouse who deliberately withholds sex in a manner that causes emotional distress may face legal consequences. If a complaint is filed and the offense is proven in court. He explained that women who refuse their husbands.
Okay.
This one are women.
Okay.
Now here the gist they go. Who refuse their husband's sexual relations could be charged, and if convicted, face up to 2 years imprisonment.
What is it only women? What about men?
It's going to be vice versa.
Why did they say women?
No, but then
okay, just keep reading.
You are just in a hurry. The law applies equally to men and husbands who deny their wives sex. They can also be reported and investigated. He added that other actions causing emotional pain, such as husbands refusing to eat food prepared by their wives,
what's this all about?
Study or or returning home late.
Really?
The prison must be full.
Can also be reported to the Police Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit. So today
I'm just trying to say.
We are looking at should withholding sex from spouse be criminalized. They are taking a look at to talk about benefits of sexual intimacy between couples and all that. When I started, I said, and I started, I said, between husband and wife,
not outside marriage, not fornication, not
they go
fine,
do.
Fine, but then we can't deny the fact that the society has greatly changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, as much as we're trying to be moral to say sex is between husband and wife, but there are couples now who decide not to be married. You understand?
Open relationship.
Yes, open relationship, partnership.
Yes.
Whatever.
Situationship.
You can't report.
Yes, you cannot.
So
That's not legal.
Yes.
Okay.
So
the law is not binding on such relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
The gentleman's arrangement.
Okay. But I would want to say something.
Go
Remy.
ahead.
First, to start with, is this coming from the person who has said this? Is it coming from the place of pain? Perhaps it's a personal thing, and then by extension, hold on.
It's not personal.
It's a national thing.
It's a national thing.
There's a
Okay.
law. There's a law.
I think
in
all right.
Ghana, the violence against what's
their own
called
VAP law.
their own VAP
VAP law. Okay. And the
So-
second thing, all right, let's leave that side. And the second thing is is that what do we say to spouses, husband or wife who we have the situation of the cases of rape in marriage. That's the flip side of this. Okay. And then to think that whenever you want it, you must have it. Are you considering the disposition of that person at that time, mentally, emotionally, physically, the stress and all? Yes. Are they considering that? Because before you come up with this thing, I mean, how investigating it is kind of it's vague.
It's vague, really.
It is vague.
That's the word.
You cannot be. Yes, it's like you holding the wind. It is. If I am coming, I'm coming from somewhere. I'm stressed and all, and my body is so in the position for me to have sex, and then my man is asking me for sex. I should have the right to decline. I mean, what is sex? It's communication.
Okay, let me come in here.
Okay.
See, I think the issue here is the fact that some women, especially when they're angry, they use sex as weapons.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that.
If you're tired, it can't be all the time.
Definitely not.
Some women have decided that I am not having. Because they are angry. Maybe there's something you did as a husband.
Even when they have made certain requests
and they
all
don't
right.
get.
And
so they use it as weapons.
And we also have the cases of, philanderers, husbands, promiscuity, and then you are scared for your life as a woman. You want to protect yourself. So how do you handle that? I said it's vague. This thing is vague. Investigating, it's like holding the wind. How do you then? As a woman, we've had cases. If we're talking about reasons, Shade, if we're talking about given reasons now, I mean, this is one of the reasons. It's not just about, yeah, I won't dispute the fact that we have cases like this where, you know, you want something from your husband, he's not giving it to you, or you are angry, and then you shut the door of that, cookie jar. You shut that cookie jar. You don't want to open it until you have what you want. But then there are also cases of, like, yeah, I've spoken with friends, yes, I've spoken with friends, and they said immediately they noticed that they did not even fight. So that, you know, they don't want to break their homes. What they did is, they had to. And I cannot blame them. How do you control, it can, but how do you, at the expense of your life, Shadi, how do you control a man who cannot control the third leg?
Okay, Shadi.
Yes, sexual denial, criminalized. It's okay to criminalize.
Shadi, before you go on,
yes,
let me ask, if this is brought to Nigeria.
Yes, I think it should be brought to Nigeria, really.
You support?
Yes, because we can.
You sure say you go enter deal?
No, we can.
You sure say you no go enter? Let me ask you, ask you that. You sure say you no go enter deal? Are you very sure? Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
Are you cocksure?
I am not going to enter jail, but I'm very aware that quite a number of persons will. But then, where the problem lies is that vagueness to it, because how would you be able to prove, you know, whatever anything has to do with
investigating?
Yes, investigating. That means you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you have been denied. You understand? And I'm very sure that in the course of the investigation too, reasons probably will be considered. Like you said, someone who says, "Oh, I do not want to be infested with sexually transmitted diseases," will be understood. The wife who is trying to agitate, you know, some other things through that means too, will be will be protected. Maybe they will have she and the husband to go through therapy, so they could come back to family court. Will be doing a whole lot in that regard. But then, how do you investigate? Even when couples come before, let's say, marriage committee, pastor, so to speak, and say, or a counselor, say, they say, "Why are you guys fighting?" You know, at some point, this could be the reason, but
it could, they start beating about the bush, you know. They cannot come straight and direct to talk about it.
Is it that every home now in the master bedroom, please let there be a CCTV camera?
And
exactly,
is that what's going to be happening?
I also want to add to say something, add to what I've said before. Do you know there are also cases of men who will wrong their wife and will want to use sex?
That's why it's both ways.
You know,
the law,
it's wrong.
The law applies.
You want to use sex as what? As an apology?
As an apology.
Oh, well, some ladies accept it as an apology.
And some don't.
Some ladies do.
And some don't.
Some ladies will tell you that
you want it.
Yes, some ladies
say
they intentionally, you know, like steer some.
Remy, it's not something like come out and apologize, and then we can but apologize first.
Yes.
So
at least as long as it serves as an apology. You understand?
For some people, they don't mind.
Yes, some ladies don't mind. They know that.
Don't like that.
You will come now. They are even waiting for you to come.
And the men feel like Timobati Beshe, you know, I know how to. No, I don't like that.
You mentioned the fact that how can it be investigated?
Yes.
For someone who has been denied sex for a long time and really want justice, especially now that it's something you can do, they will have a way of getting evidence. It's all about evidence.
Bedroom evidence.
Exactly. Where phone day, you don't even need a CCTV camera.
Oh, excuse me. Recording yourself.
You can record.
In this era where
recording
the video
kind of
can dangerously get online and then you go viral with your...
What part will you be recording?
You're not as if you're good. What I'm saying is, the moment you start, demanding, and your wife starts saying, "No, I can't," or the other way,
so
you're already recording video. It doesn't even have to be video. It can be audio, the argument, and all that. Those are the things you can take that, and it works. Let me take some tweets about this. Unstoppable Sam said, "I like this law. Hope it's enacted soon, because most women do this a lot. They use sex to manipulate the man. If the husband doesn't do what the wife wants, no sex for him that night." Then Mobolue says, "But this sounds like legalizing marital rape through the back door."
Exactly.
Then BD says, "Ghana's real problem are finished. So the Ghanaian police are trying to create new problems
But
to
then,
be
but then,
solved.
but then this
And
is an
Mobito
issue.
said,
It's an issue.
people joke about this, but emotional neglect can destroy a home faster
lot,
than
yeah.
cheating.
That's
if
correct.
the law protects both men and women equally, then it's fair.
Absolutely.
Shade?
I agree with that.
Yes, because that is it. I was about to say that emotional denial, I mean,
Yep.
sex denial
Yeah.
can cause
It's
a
an
lot
emotional
of
abuse.
Yes,
in some
it's
way.
in fact it's the major thing in emotional
Yeah,
abuse.
yeah.
You know, but then how do you sex? Or God has a reason for putting sex in marriage. You understand? That is where the oneness even starts from.
Yeah,
You understand?
I agree.
Two of you coming together to share your to share intimate moment,
Yeah.
you know, makes you one. And that's why it's often said do not have premarital sex, because you are invariably becoming, you know, carrying a part of those people
Yep.
you're sleeping with. So it's expected that you only become one with the one you are married to, you know, and that oneness, the logic starts from there. And so it eases burden.
It does.
It does, because you feel you know, when dopamine is released,
Shed-
you calm, and it helps you guys to
Just that
re-strategize.
you're giving us the advantages, you know.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
in
yes,
it, you know.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. It
yeah.
has a lot of advantages,
Yeah.
even in
Of
settling
course,
dispute, as
of
we said.
course.
Some ladies like to say, "Let's rumble the thing,"
Of
then
course.
we'll make up sex, you know,
Yep.
and they are excited
Beautiful.
about it.
It's
Yes,
beautiful.
as much, just know what works for you.
Ah.
Like some people, it doesn't work. Let's talk about it first. Then after we've talked
Yes.
about it, you've accepted
Yes.
your
You're
wrongs,
wrong and you've apologized.
then we can.
That's
That's,
okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
But it's a cement, you know, it's something. You know, these days, I listened to some of these top women talking about marriages, you know, women empowerment and all of that. I said, you can employ someone to be your cook. You can, as a woman, maybe you are so busy, you can have a cook in your home, you could have a cleaner, all those things that we were initially considered as
Easier stress,
traditional
yes,
roles
yes,
for the
for
women.
women.
You can
Yeah.
have someone do that for you. The only thing a woman would not have someone do for her husband
Is have sex with her
is
husband.
have sex with a husband.
Okay.
So that's an exclusive, you know, the same way
Exclusive
man would-
role.
Yes, the same way a man would not want to know that someone is sleeping with his wife, and it's no good at all, really. It's no good at all to stay under the same roof with someone and you are denied intimacy.
Yeah.
It's no good
But let's
at all.
talk about the reasons, you know. Let's talk about the reasons. Let's talk about reasons. Yes, I'd want to start from, you know, the causes now. Why we will have such. Because if we are treating this in on the surface, I mean, deny me sex and she's, or, you know, that won't really go a long way. Because I can have, for somebody like me, well, this is my opinion, someone like me, if you know, we have brawl, or, you know, we have a disagreement, and then you're coming to make up with sex, let's handle it first. If we are done with the sex, I'm still going to go back there. You're still going to continue with that habit. You're not going to change as a man, and I wouldn't like that. And then you come back again and come and have sex, and you continue like that. Okay, what about cases where we have, you know, maybe the man going out, and I know that the man is, I'm not cool with, I just don't want, I want us to talk about it. You come and have sex and you think that's all? No way. So I think, because this thing will linger. It will. You come and have sex. You won't change that habit as a man. You know, it's not about asking for something alone, no. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
It's not only about a woman asking for something. That's, yes. There are cases where the woman wants the man to address something. There are cases where the woman feels, you know, the voice is the voice is silent, you know, in the house. The husband is not considering the woman in one way or another, and a lot of things. You know, it's not just about maybe you want something and you need to address my emotional. You need to address what I'm. Yeah, you need to address. You need to support me. I need attention from you. There are a lot of things.
A lot of things, please. I think what men do not know is that
I think, you know, going to the root and solving it, because if you have sex and then the man is not changed, you will never be happy.
that's it.
You will
Most
never be
times,
happy.
men accuse women of denier. And the reason is that women cannot bring their body to share with you. I mean, I'm talking about a greater percentage of women, you know, cannot bring themselves to have sex with someone who is
if you don't
who
treat
is
me
hurting
right,
them.
yes. If
Yes,
you're
who is not
hurting-
treating
yes.
them right. When things are not right and your wife is shutting up, you should know that, oh, can we talk about it? I think for a
Exactly.
reasonable partner,
Exactly.
what you say, oh, can we talk about it? But what about men who also deny their wife sex?
Yes, it's
you
there.
know.
That's another thing.
All right, let's also look at it this way. But before I go into my point, I also want the viewer to contribute to what we are looking at today. You can call us on the number 0706 325 5428. 0706 325 5428. And we're looking at, should withholding sex from spouse be criminalized? Should withholding sex from your spouse be criminalized? As we've looked at it. See, I agree with all of the things you said. From the place of if when you don't treat a woman right, she would naturally be shutting up.
And Remy, I hate to cut into your flow, but it's not even about it's not a gender thing now.
It's
vice
not.
versa.
Yes.
It's vice versa. And then look at, there are some women who have also used religion as a weapon to deny
As an
their
excuse.
to deny their husband sex. They have become so religious, so churchy, so God goes all the fasting and prayer, and then you deny your husband sex. You keep talking about cheating. When a man goes out, he will not want to. But do you know that some women have pushed their husbands
to the world,
push them out there?
Yeah.
Because the truth is, when you're married, you don't have anything to hide from yourselves again.
You don't have a right over your body.
You don't have the right.
Yeah.
Your body belongs to him.
And
Mine,
is yours.
it is to you. So denying him or her sex is annoying. It's not good. It's not something that anybody can take coolly. But you know, women, we always have a way of powdering our faces, you know, especially when it's the other way around. When it is the man that is denying you sex, which is happening, it's common now.
Yes.
Very common too. When a man, he already has someone outside,
Exactly.
he's already enjoying all the goodies, especially when they will tell you, now. I need to spice it up with a goosey, the wedu, the
fried rice, jollof rice.
Jollof rice. And then, you understand? And you at home, you have become an abandoned property.
Yeah.
And the thing is that society doesn't frown at men going out to have what they can't get at
Especially
home.
in Africa.
Yes, in Africa, they will tell you, they back it up with forebears, polygamous, men are polygamous.
That's
in
the
nature,
line. That's the
and all
line.
of that. But as a woman, then they also tell you, for a woman who is promiscuous brings curses on the children. You know, there are even some communities in Nigeria, if the woman cheats, the consequences are very dire.
grave, yeah.
Not minding the root cause of that action. So the woman is already, you know, bottled in some circumstances. The woman too feels, how do I do it? You know, so women keep applying makeup. Oh, forget it.
I'd like to say,
they keep applying makeup for Medicare and all the foundation and everything
on their faces. Yes. So I'd like to say that you know, as much as we've had. Remy said something the other time that men also do that, women do that as well, and then men deny their wives of sex too, and we've also said that we should look at the causes first. Okay, but then let's not forget that sex now, you know, Remy, Shadi, it's communication.
Yes.
And if there is something wrong, because communication, they say, you know, it's a two-way thing. The receiver, the sender. So if there is a breach, if there is something wrong with one party, there's never going to be any communication. There won't be any communication. So I think if we're not in, you know, if we're not in good terms, if we're not cordial, if something is wrong, then why the sex in the first place?
That's it. It should be a signal that something is wrong with us. And whoever notices, if it's your husband that is denying you, honey, what is it? Can we talk about this? You know, and if it's your wife, honey,
Because
can we
that
talk
sex
about
is
it?
designed to be a bond.
Yes.
To be a strong bond between
So
the man
it's an
and the
indicator
woman.
that all is not well.
Exactly.
So let's start talking about it. But as regards investigation now, well, let's hope.
There's a lot
Let's
of
see
ways to
how
be
Ghana
investigated.
wants to
Ghana will
investigate.
get to the root of this.
And you don't think
we
Nigeria
can
will?
call the number 0706 325 5428 0706 325 5428. At 10 we'll go to the newsroom for developing stories. You can still call us back after then. But then here is a concern. I beg you. When should the police have authority over bedroom matter? That's another
Then
one.
at what?
So you
I
mean-
know how many incidences would constitute police attention?
Exactly.
Is it a one-off
Is it
thing?
one-off?
Or after a year?
Torí kò yé mi mọ́ o. I mean, this is.
I think
this is
you know
personal.
this thing you have just said now. Yes, I understand the question, but at the same time, you know, it's like something has happened and it leads to another, and then in the end, that another will take them to the police station. So that's the way it is. So they're trying to trace the root cause of the issue now. Okay, it's like
it will
there's
be
a
some
denial
kind
of
of
sex. Yeah,
serial-
exactly. So there's a denial of sex, and after which, you know, they are fight. I mean, they got. I mean, they got into a physical fight
I
and
hope
all.
this won't be
So
used against you know, couples who use it against themselves,
They will.
because it depends on who
But,
you know.
but if this should be applied to a Nigerian situation, should we be scared or?
This guy though.
Because I think
Una kirikiri go full.
I think yes, I think we should be scared.
I mean, I
because
think I should ask you the same question I asked.
This guy though.
Eh?
This guy though.
You think you'll be jailed?
I won't be jailed though. Jelly is not my portion.
All right.
but
Ah,
I'm sure there is a kind of advantage to this if properly
yes.
handled.
handled,
Yes,
yeah.
you're right.
Yes. If what am I? Am I
A furniture.
a furniture that you just come and be rubbing the head? Sometimes even the head is not being rubbed. You are just abandoned. You're in your own world. And that is
Gathering
what-
dust.
Exactly. And that's what plays out in most homes.
Yeah,
Give it, take it or leave it.
it's actually something like
There
I
was,
think is wrong.
there was I think I saw it on net or something where they said the pastor asked, it was a game kind of,
Yeah.
you know, send the message to your wife that you love your wife, and the question said, Sheko si,
Have you impregnated someone?
I've forgiven you. What did you do? All those kind of a thing. Where love is already lost in
Yeah,
marriage.
that's
See,
true.
when there is no love, there can't be sex. Because at the end of the
No,
day,
men
to
can
those
still
that
afford
see-
to.
Yes, men can. I'm saying even when the woman accepts,
Yeah,
it's not out of love anymore. It's out of duty.
it's just digging.
It's just you're not,
Nothing more.
you're
And
not
that's not
enjoying
good.
it
That's not
the way
good.
it should be enjoyed. You just feel at the end, even if you end up
I don't want to go to jail, so
accepting, it is that I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it does not be act of duty. Okay, ṣáàṣe kò sí gbádùn. There is no
That's
joy.
the communication I'm talking about.
The way that
That's
you
the-
go see
Kò sí gbádùn, man. This thing is supposed to be enjoyed.
Yeah,
not
it's
the
really-
other way around.
Because the way it is, if one has to now
As long as
submit
looking
to
at me
sex
with
when
reality.
I mean, the way you said,
sorry, when you
see that, you know,
if you have to-
enjoy it.
if you have to submit to sex when you don't feel like it,
Yeah.
then it's going to be traumatizing.
Exactly.
It's going to be like
It is.
it's going to be punitive in a way. It's and you can imagine some men, of course, when the husband knows that this woman wasn't even ready for me, you can imagine the way he's going to do it. Doesn't going to mind how you feel
That's
about it. Yes, it's
And
going
that's
to be
rape.
some sort
That's
of
rape.
rape, and that's
All right, I think our time is moving. We might need to now cross to the newsroom where developing stories will be coming up shortly. Afterwards, come back. We'll stay here for you. Do stay with us. 4.33 trillion naira is expected as retained revenue. Reports have it that new borrowings are projected at 17.88 trillion naira, comprising both domestic and foreign loans, while debt servicing is estimated at 15.52 trillion naira. Capital expenditure is projected at 20.13 trillion naira, exclusive of transfers and statutory transfers estimated at 3.15 trillion naira, while total recurrent expenditure is projected at 15.265 trillion naira. In the meantime, President Bola Tinubu has renewed his push for the creation of state police, saying he had assured the United States and European partners on the implementation of state police. He stressed that state police must happen as part of efforts to improve internal security and strengthen governance at the subnational level. Tinubu spoke at the 14th National Caucus meeting of APC at the State House Conference Center, Abuja, where he also insisted that local government autonomy must work in practical terms, urging governors to stop withholding funds meant for council chairpersons. The president's comments came amid rising security pressures across the country, renewing calls for decentralized policing and the push to implement the Supreme Court's judgment on local government autonomy and direct allocations to councils. Tinubu further appealed for greater inclusion of women in party leadership and participation, urging stakeholders to make provisions that would bring more women into the fold. The federal government has announced the reopening of the 47 unity schools it shut down in November, reaffirming its commitment to safeguarding students and ensuring the continuity of education across the country. According to the spokesperson for the Federal Ministry of Education, Folashade Boriowo, academic activities have fully resumed in the affected schools, following the strengthening of security architecture within and around their premises. She says students have returned safely to their campuses, with many currently concluding their December academic programs, while others have successfully completed their examinations. The ministry assured parents, guardians, and the general public that the safety, welfare, and well-being of students remain a top priority of the federal government.
Recall that the federal government ordered the immediate closure of 47 federal unity colleges across the country following a series of security incidents, including 2 mass abductions of school children in Kebbi and Niger states. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says no effort will be spared towards the protection of lives and property of residents of the state, with an assurance that banditry and criminal activities along the state boundary with Edo will be nipped in the bud. Governor Aiyedatiwa, during the 3rd day of his statewide thank you tour of local government areas, revealed that the establishment of an Amotekun Rangers camp to the area and the deployment of operatives has significantly reduced activities of criminal elements in the state. The governor explained that the 7-day tour of all 18 local government areas was designed to take governors to the grassroots, thank citizens for their support in the last election, and spotlight projects already executed and works in progress. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole reports that the governor visited Osrc, Owo, and Akure North local government areas of the state.
The 3rd day of the statewide thank you tour by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa took him to 3 local government areas in the state as the people came out in large number to welcome him. The governor was accorded warm receptions in Osrc, Owo, and Akure North local government areas of the state. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who said no efforts will be spared towards the protection of lives and property of residents of the state, reassured that banditry and criminal activities along the state boundary with Edo will soon become a thing of the past.
We have built a Amotekun Rangers camp at the border town to further protect the people. Now the people can go about their businesses, go to their farms without any form of fear, and do their businesses. So some of these things we have to assure them.
Governor Aiyedatiwa, who noted that while quarterly stakeholders meetings in Akure involve about 60 leaders from each local government, many grassroots residents are unable to participate or interact with government directly. The thank you tour is therefore a platform not only for bonding but also informing residents about ongoing government projects in their areas. He highlighted that amenities such as improved electricity supply, school shuttles, and other social interventions were the results of the reforms of President Bola Tinubu, which has strengthened the state's capacity to execute projects.
Iná tí a ṣe ó ti ń dájú ní tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Ìdí tá a fi lè ṣe é pé torí ìjọba ń rí owó ju ní tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. Ẹni tó dẹ̀ jókòó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Ìdí èyí la ti wá pa á láṣẹ wípé come 2027 gbogbo àwa tí a wà ní Ondo State.
The governor assured residents of Osrc and Owo local government areas of more infrastructure development and expressed concern over delays in resolving the prolonged stone of Olufon.
Nígbà tí mo wà ní ipò igbákejì gómìnà as deputy governor, the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs was under my office. Àti ìgbà yẹn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ táwọn tó kí ọba lè jẹ ní Ifọ̀. Àti pé ìpàdé when I was there, stakeholders meeting fún láti lè fi ọba jẹ ní Ifọ̀. More than 4 meetings. Wọ́n á sọ síbí, wọ́n á sọ sọ́ọ̀. Mo dẹ̀ ti sọ pé èmi ò lè wá fi ọba jẹ kí n yan ọba fún yín, mi ò kì í ṣe, aráàlú ló máa ń yan ọba fúnra wọn.
Aiyedatiwa insisted that the government will not impose a king on the people, stressing that the town must adhere to due process in line with official chieftaincy declaration of 1969. At Iju, headquarters of Akure North local government, Governor Aiyedatiwa, represented by his deputy Olaide Adelami, expressed gratitude to the people for their sustained support for his administration with an assurance of more life-impacting projects in the council area. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
We're glad to have you back from the newsroom, and the perspective continues with the trial of Remy, Sade, and Atilayo, the ladies in the house that has been making your money worth your while. Okay, before we took that break, we're looking at an issue that focused for the day, which has to do with criminalizing sex, criminalizing spouse, rather, who denied their partner sex, although it didn't happen in Nigeria. This happened in Ghana, that there is a law in place now that if you are caught and it's proven with evidence, you know, a lot of investigations will be done, and it's proven that you purposely denied your partner sex, you risk 2 years of jail term. What funny thing about that is that they didn't even give option of fine. Like, let me just pay my way and I go. This was no option of fine. You spent 2 years, 2 good years behind the bar just because you decided to close shop, close your leg, you closed your cookie jar. The man refused. The woman wants. Oh share. It does all of that. That's what we're looking at this morning. We're asking you that should withholding sex from spouse be criminalized? And you can reach us on the number 0706 325 5428. 0706 325 5428. Still looking at the issue. Wouldn't this be also legalizing rape? Indirectly.
We've spoken about that earlier, but yes, that would tend to increase, you know, what we can call spousal rape. Because when someone is unwilling and you are forcing yourself, either, in fact, there are some women too, they can force themselves on their man to say, by the time, in fact, that one is even, it's only that men are not owning up to it. I'm very sure that we will have more willing men doing the do. within the confines of marriage. But you know now, the moment you get the man excited, how else can?
So why should the man be excited in the first place?
No, you can't control that. So
why shouldn't he?
But you expect the woman to control that?
The man may not be able to, and so you just do But for the woman, what do you do? So on both ways, there could be spousal rape in between, and this needs to be considered, because what they are trying to solve in the first place could be could degenerate as a result. When you say, you don't deny yourself sex, and then there's a pending issue that we need to fix, and because I do not want to go to jail, I yielded to it, and then we do the person feel
used,
a piece of I don't know,
you feel used.
Yes.
I think this thing should happen naturally. There's no point. See, there are better ways to address issues, especially when you feel wronged, not by withholding yourself from your partner. And then I think, which is a big issue in relationship, marriage, communication. The lack of communication in marriage creates a lot of problems. We don't know how best to communicate what we are going through. Women believe in shouting match, raising your voice, and you want to demand. I mean, I don't like you raising your voice. Raising your voice at them or demanding things of them.
Be authoritative. Yes,
they don't want you demanding. You want to enforce them. You want to. They don't. So you should know what works for you. You should be able to know when to.
That's what they call love language.
Exactly. Love language. That's what I'm looking for.
Remy,
you should know it.
And you spoke about communication. Like, you have to work out things, communicate. And I'm still going to go back to what I said. Communication is in two ways. The first one is when we. The other one is in the other one is in sex. I said sex is communication.
Yes,
you did not open your mouth to talk to me and let's address issue. You want to communicate with sex. You understand what I'm trying to say? So let's start from somewhere. It's a chain.
That also is not.
It's a chain. Yes,
really. It's not really wrong.
Yes.
It's not wrong. Now you know that is love language.
Yeah,
it doesn't like opening his mouth, especially to say sorry. You already know that he's coming to you for sex. He's already saying sorry. As a woman who also wants to grab that communication and accept it, you should already know. Let yourself. Afterwards, a discussion can also still come up. So you can still address that thing that is paining you, and he can still say sorry. But when he wants to say sorry in his own way that he's used to, he knows, and you're also saying, he has to beg me first, he has to apologize first, you're not settling anything. Give it to him. Enjoy it. Let it happen.
Okay.
And afterwards, still raise that issue. That thing you did, you've not said anything. After that time, it's karma.
Yeah.
He has enjoyed himself. He's
rubbing his head. I'll be telling him.
And then he will say, okay,
so give it to him.
Yes.
Let him enjoy it.
Enjoy yourself.
Open the cookie jar.
Yes.
Don't close the shop.
Don't close it too much.
That's right.
I'm re-emphasizing what you said.
I'm afraid this could also lead to some domestic violence.
Exactly, some sort.
Yes, because how do I then, this could lead to some other domestic violence, is the way I see it, because you're saying do not deny your partner's sex, and then things are not right. Some people will fight you through other means, fight their spouses through other means, and then things would not be solved still. When a woman cannot protest through that, and then she's just saying, hey, come on, do now, do and go. But even the person that is doing is not getting satisfied. That's the truth of it. When you're having something to do with an unwilling partner, it doesn't solve anything.
Number one, it's even a no-no for you to feel that's a weapon for you to use. Even biblically, it's wrong for you to say you want to use sex as a weapon, to do anything. So, if you now know that I don't own myself anymore in marriage, he owns me, I own him. So you don't the sex thing to now use me. Share me. I want to be. You will address.
No, you don't feel like. You understand?
If you don't feel like, it won't be always.
No, as a result of other issues.
No, you are still using as weapon.
No, it's not weapon. A sensible, a sensitive partner would want to address the matter. I'm not saying that you do you know that sometimes you say it's not because you don't love the person.
Yes.
No, but you need him to
address
realize, realize something.
I prefer that.
Not
I mean, I prefer that.
Not over a period. No, but he just comes home and say something and say, hold on, sir.
Exactly.
In fact, I prefer to open your mouth now. The moment you're saying, please, can you please let me be? Should be able to do.
What happened?
Exactly.
But sure, you know that's once in a while.
Yes.
Because I remember you asked this question that for what's
how long?
Yes. What's the determinant?
Yes.
Is it once or something you've been refusing for a long period of time? Do you know there are men who have not been able to have access to their wives in months, years?
And same way too, there are women too.
You say it's because he has not apologized for what he did that you're still holding.
Address the issue and then make up with sex. Address the issue
for months, for 3 months.
You will address. You will sit, communicate, address the issue.
There are men who have not been able to have access to their wives, right? And the same way there are women too who have not been able to have access to their husbands. And and in such situation, men now they have a way of
and they bring up the man ego thing.
Yes, and all of that. So it's a two-way thing. Well, we hope that let's see, maybe Ghana will
the right thing to do.
Prototype out, and then when Nigeria sees it,
we don't want them. Nobody wants
when Nigeria sees it, then we can copy.
All right, I think at this point we need to move to the last part of the show, which is the trending stars.
The network didn't allow.
Yes, calls to come in, but then next time, please, even if you can't call, you can also send
a
text message or even drop a WhatsApp message. All right, moving on. The very first story today, it's from Ondo State, and that's the Ondo State Governor, Dr. Lucky Ayedatiwa, said the proposed Ondo Deep Sea Port will function as a major hub for international trade, serving not only Ondo State but the entire country and some some West African nations. The governor made the statement yesterday after receiving the revalidated license for the port from the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Chief Adegboyega Oyetola, in Abuja. The license for the port, originally approved by then President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023, had been submitted to the federal government for revalidation following some errors in the document.
It's a sharing one. I'm telling you, it's actually good news for us in Ondo State, especially those of us who are from the southern senatorial district. Yes, so
it's not for a particular sector. It's not for a particular tribe. It's for all.
Center of it.
It's for all.
Do you know the value of land in those areas? You understand? Landed property in those areas would appreciate. Businesses in those areas too will.
Job creation too.
We feel it. Yes, as much as it's going to spread through the whole state and even beyond.
It's a good thing for Ondo State. It's a good thing. Yes, I really like that.
And Ondo State will become some sort of legacy too, because that's actually what makes the difference.
It's like a Christmas gift.
Yes, kind of Christmas gift for us.
I like it.
So, but then we want it that it should be revalidated again, so we don't have a repeat of what happened with the
Buhari's administration.
The original license that was originally approved.
Actually, some people tell. Usually, we get to hear about this Ondo State seaport potentials, when it's electioneering period or when there's a campaign. That's when we get to hear
and
about.
They put a stop and then we don't get to hear anything anymore.
We want to believe that from this point now, we get to see
moving
development.
Forward, we hope so. We are looking forward to so many things that will come out from there.
Maybe I'll be relocating to Popa, you don't know. Because that will be happening.
I mean, don't leave your job.
See the way I'm looking. Also, we know that people have been expectant about this. We know that there are goodies to come out of this there will be job creation.
Yeah.
The benefits is enormous. It will open up the state for more businesses and investments, especially the fact that it's not only going to serve Ondo State, it's going to serve the entire country and some West African nations. That's huge. Congratulations to us. We just want to see the thing start and then, completed. And there will be
that's the most important one.
Yes,
not
just when a state, we will now move from this Ondo State is a civil servant state. We'll start having industries, companies and all that. And the good of this will benefit each and every one of us. Congratulations to us once again. I take it, I accept it as a Christmas gift. Moving on, in an unexpected turn of events, the presidency yesterday announced the resignation of the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NDPRA, that's in person of Farouk Ahmed, as well as his counterpart at the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, Gbenga Komolafe. In their place, President Bola Tinubu asked the Senate to approve the nominations of 2 new chief executives for NMDPRA and the NUPRC, namely Seidu Aliyu Mohammed and Orishe Yimiwa Eyiso. Both of them will now take charge. I know that a lot has been going on with this issue. Recently, the president of Dangote Group, that's Alhaji Aliko Dangote, accused Ahmed of economic sabotage and petitioned the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission to investigate what he described as questionable personal wealth, including allegations that the regulator paid about $5 million for the secondary education of his 4 children in Switzerland.
This morning while coming for the show, I read online where a journalist from the north, took time to analyze the 35 years of service of this man, and it was like, see, for the entire time, it didn't help close relatives, it is the towns, the villages in his area, the difficulties being faced now in the northern region. He didn't make any impact, regarding that. Then spending such whooping amount of money on secondary education. And even Dangote himself, who has always been a businessman, said he never sent his own children to some schools abroad. No. So that, as a civil servant, how much does a civil servant earn that he's able to do that?
I love the fact that Dangote is coming out to, and that's to say that, against corruption. Well, I don't know. He's not an angel as well. But then it's just signaling this, that, when it comes to corruption, it is not just the government can't do it alone. I mean, yes, for him to come out and I give it to him, and that's a good one. And the fact that the federal government, the president also heard, he has listening ears. It's a good one. It's a good one, and we hope that we see more of that.
The flip side to this is that the resignation of the regulators has heightened anxiety actually in the downstream oil sector, with marketers warning that the unfolding crisis could accelerate business failures, especially following aggressive price cuts by the Dangote refinery. Recently, I heard also that Dangote has, reduced the price of petrol. But that, like they always say, when elephants fight, the masses at this time.
And it's good for the masses. The price cut is good for the masses. And by the time those that are fighting, let them fight. But after a while, there's going to be a resolution, and it's still going to be the people benefiting.
All right, let's wait for the rainbow talk.
Okay, let's move on. The Senate has confirmed 65 ambassadorial nominees forwarded to it by President Bola Tinubu. The nominees comprise 34 career and 31 non-career ambassadors. They were confirmed after considering the report of the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs presented during the plenary by its chairman, Sonny Bello. The Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, announced the confirmation after a majority of senators endorsed the report through a voice vote at the Committee of the Whole. Among those confirmed for non-career ambassadorial appointments are a former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu, former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani Kayode, former presidential aide Reno Omokre, the senator representing Ondo South Senatorial District, Jimo Ibrahim. Okay, we can go on and on to mention the names of others, but because of time, we will not be able to do that. But then we know that when this list came up, the list of the nominees came into limelight, and everybody heard about it. There were talks here and there.
Yeah.
Some people believe that there are some persons
It should not even be
that list at all. There are some persons, and last week we was it last week?
2 weeks ago,
we brought an analyst who also spoke, especially. I know Atlanta was more of Reno.
Actually, the issue of Reno too raised dust now.
Yes, it did.
It wasn't just about me, but then
yes, that was what happened between the dust was Oshomole and Ndume.
Yes.
Where they started, and the Oshomole. It's not like it doesn't want into, but I mean, issues must be addressed.
Exactly.
This same person was totally speaking against the president at some point and all that.
And the take a bow and go thing.
Yes.
Taking a bow and going. So what's the need for the screening after all? What's the need for it?
And this time around, at least a lot of them.
But some Nigerians will still say that Reno is probably one of the persons who can sell the country most.
Did you notice?
Because it could be having differences with different politicians and all of that. Some would say he speaks from both sides of the mouth. Like it's with A today, then tomorrow is also with B, and inconsistent or in the parts he belongs. But something about him is that he has been consistently on the path of Nigeria, trying to see how Nigeria moves forward.
Has anyone noticed Reno is now calm? Lately he's not been talking like he used to. Look at me when I do this. He's not really been okay.
He's not been the regular chattered boss.
Yes, he's kind of calm and
he's happy.
He's responsibility. So
let's hope he will do better. Let's hope he will do better.
So he's taking a bigger position now. He will become more mature with time.
I want to believe so.
All right. The House of Representatives on Wednesday expressed grave concern over fake tax reform law in circulation. Honorable Abu Samand Dasuki, who raised the point of privilege during plenary, alleged that there are discrepancies between the tax reform bills passed by the National Assembly and signed into law by the President. Honorable Dasuki said the documents being gazetted and sold to Nigerians do not reflect what the National Assembly passed, while noting that the discrepancies amounted to a constitutional breach. Honorable Dasuki urged the House to treat the matter with urgency. To this end, he advocated that the version passed by the National Assembly be presented before the Committee of the Whole to further legislative scrutiny with a view to make necessary corrections. Atalayo, let me start with you on this.
You know that even before this law, the tax reform bills were passed, and there's been, controversies and all. So, I mean, what exactly was there that changed now? This thing, they had time to go back and forth, so how come this is happening? What exactly happened? Where did they have a twist? That's the question. What happened? And then I also want to ask if what is there now is in favor of the masses or not. We had the other day, we saw that they brought out the list of people who were not, exemptions from the bill, and yes, in favor of some people, and
earning less than I think 800,000 per annum.
Yes. So is it in favor of the masses? What exactly is in it? And then where do we have the twist? So I think they still need to, because if it's, I mean, these are the lawmakers. They are supposed to do their job. And getting back, they saw that this thing is not what we passed. We should question.
The questions have already been raised. So let's hope that the committee will look into the discrepancies, because invariably it's going to, invariably, it's going to affect the way commerce, moves.
Yeah, that's correct.
Eventually, going into 2026. So, but this is not the first time that there will be this kind of observations in Nigeria. Discrepancy between what was presented before the House and what eventually comes back. Remember, in terms of budgeting, sometimes yes, we hear about budget padding and all of that. So this needs to stop, because it's not good for the image of the nation that we're having such talks as this.
It's not good for the image of the country and from the leaders. I mean, for God's sake, you were saying if it's in favor of the masses. My question is, whether it's in favor of the new one, it shouldn't even be touched.
Yeah, absolutely.
B, a different thing was passed and the president has approved, and then another one is in circulation. Why are they confusing Nigerians? And at this point, National Orientation Agency needs to do a nationwide drive to build public trust in Nigeria's tax reforms.
Important.
Because sometimes I feel, yes, they're doing well, they're doing their job, but sometimes a lot of people have felt they sleep, because the things they are supposed to be doing, most times they don't get to do it. And this man who raised this allegation, that's talking about the Suki, he said he went through the Gazette and it's not the same. I think thorough investigation should be done. And if it is done, please, heads must roll.
There should be
consequences. This is not a question of you sweep something under the carpet.
Or somebody is sacked.
Somebody is sacked. Please, this is not nice. A lot of things are flying around regarding this tax reform.
More discussion is still going to
come up on
this, and probably we're going to bring an expert
in the
taxation of the show, to talk about this and how it affects Nigerians.
Because at least we also would do our job at a media house to enlighten people more about this tax, because there are confusion of them. Okay, moving on. An angry mob in Dan Saudau town, Maru local government area of Zamfara state, Wednesday attacked a state lawmaker over allegations of poor performance and neglect of his constituents. The lawmaker, Kabiru Mikailu, who represents Maru South constituency in the Zamfara State House of Assembly, was reportedly assaulted by residents when he accompanied Governor Dauda Lawal on a historic visit to the troubled community. The angry residents accused the legislator of neglecting the area since his election, alleging that he failed to visit the community or engage with constituents during major events. We have the video. I saw that video and I don't know what to say. That's the video on the screen.
Accountability.
Wow. That's a lawyer.
That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice. I really don't like that because I should first put myself in that man's shoes. I wouldn't like something like that. It's not that, but that wasn't nice. But at the same time, we talk about accountability. We are sending you there to, represent us and all, be part of us, make laws in favor of your people. You know that one day you will come back to us, you'll come back home, and we will ask you, for what you have done. How do you feel standing in front of your people or living among them, interfacing with them, and you cannot even say you have done something, that you cannot point your fingers at something that tangible that you have done for them. So I think, this is it. I would say that our leaders should do more. They should do more. Lawmakers. Yes, Sadie, you were saying something at the background there earlier about the people were expecting so much from them that you expect that, for instance, for them to build your house, your child's school fee for them to pay. But at the same time, there are some basic things that we are expecting them to do.
Maybe I should take it from here. Yes. The lawmakers are to make laws. They're not the ones to build, actually. Though they can influence things in their community. But they're not the ones to build, They are there to make laws. This particular people that attacked that law, they attacked based on a proposal that they asked him to push
to him,
and certain legislation they wanted into effect. And I can almost say that that's probably not the problem. The problem is probably because let's just look at it now in the Nigerian setup. We sent him invitation to our wedding, he didn't turn up. And there's so we've not seen him. My son was sick, he did not he didn't pay bus fee, he didn't. Those are trivial things that, yes, it's good if the legislator is doing that. It's okay if he wants to do that. At least it helps his PR. But those are not his major responsibilities.
Actually,
I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
The president claimed that the lawmaker neither attended Salah festivities.
You see?
Okay. In the town, nor visited to commiserate with families affected by repeated bandit attacks in the area. Of course, and some other issues. I quite agree with you.
At the same time,
the area, legislative function
discretion
as well. But at the same time, you're there to represent your people. There are times you need to actually calm down. Come home. Earlier on, I mentioned the fact that he said he doesn't visit. He doesn't come. People, you need their votes. If you want to go back, you need their votes. You will come. You come and canvass. You come and make promises, for them. And this is, like as Laya said, this is a no. This shouldn't be the way it should be handled. The way this man was handled is not the way to handle issue. We are not encouraging that people should be should be treated like this. It's not in any way. But then they also look at it. These are some of the things we might see as time goes on, especially with the withdrawal of police from VIPs. I could see one or two police officers there, but they could not do much.
They couldn't control them.
They couldn't the crowd was
police can hardly control another mob anyway.
As much as I condemn that, but at the same time, this is to people we are sending there, representing your people. They will ask questions. I think they're already waking up. Yes, people are to that now, to ask questions, be accountable, so that when you want to go home, it's easy for you to go home, you go back to your people, you mingle with them, have interface with them, be part of them. It's important. That's why they sent you there. You're not a god now. Feel their pain. Be human.
Yes, be human. And as Shade said, let me also join her in this. The fear of not going home might be the beginning of wisdom for them, because the truth is, most times when they come home, it is all these trivial demands. Their offices is filled up with people who are coming to collect.
No, they are home.
Envelope and all. I know that the situation, hunger situation and all that is every, but people will want you to attend to them personally. they will come and demand, my daughter is sick, please get up. You know, exactly.
My neck is paining me.
Most time they go in there, they already have the mindset, let me just come and start, because they feel we put you there, you must start. No, it is about development to the place. What are you bringing? And like I said, this is not the best way to handle this. The best you have done is for people to recall representation. You know.
You mentioned that's okay, but then how do you listen to the people if you don't come down? Only the lies the head that wears the crown. Even, you know, people in position here, you know, people will always come, ma, this is what is happening to me, ma, that is what is, you know, that is you being part, that is you giving them sense of belonging. Yes. It's not every time that's money. Even people who want to see your face. Oh, this is a person.
Every time with the people.
This is the person representing us. Okay, we've seen the person. We know the person. I mean, you cannot sit on a high horse and then you want to, you know,
you see,
lead your people.
As politicians, you get to see that sometimes they are perplexed by their position.
It can be overwhelming.
Yes, it's overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming.
Their salaries sometimes do not even cater for these constituents' needs. You know, because I'm representing you. Now you think all your bills should be paid by me? No, it doesn't work that way.
That doesn't stop you from going home.
The moment, okay, it shouldn't stop you from going home. Okay,
doesn't.
For instance,
it shouldn't.
I have somebody will say, the moment they step home, you understand, that's when the bills come. There are some politicians who even find it difficult in their initial congregation.
Exactly.
You understand? Because they know the moment they get to the church, starting from the pastorate, the demand starts. We're having harvest.
Even the church is making demands, heavy demands of you.
It's happening. We need a boss.
I believe that.
Is it not on their same salary?
Exactly.
Yes, we are preaching accountability. Please don't get me wrong. Accountability, yes, as Layo said, human face to it. At least when you went there to campaign, you told them you will be the man of the people.
And you will build this, you do this, you do that.
You do that. In fact, some of these things that you are claiming are not your...
you did them. Yes, you will do those things then.
You promised when you went there. So, yes, please be human. And then people too, let's put on them. What does the Constitution say? They should provide for us. Exactly. They should do for us. What is what are they representing us for? Not just going there to say, because we've invited him for 3 parties, we've not seen him during Salah or Christmas. Then
all right, I will also say that I believe that this thing being going viral, there's video to that, arrest will be made, and I feel those who are involved in this should be punished as to serve as the terror.
And it's Christmas season now. Some Christian politicians will be skeptical about going home.
All right, moving on. The Lagos State Special Offences Court sitting in Ikeja has sentenced a trader, Abdullahi Saleh, to life imprisonment for kidnapping and defiling his 30-year-old neighbor. Justice Rahman Oshodi handed down the verdict after finding Saleh guilty of a 2-count charge of defiling and abduction brought against him by the state government. The prosecution had informed the judge that the offense violated sections 137 and 268 of the Lagos State Criminal Law 2015. The convict, who resided in a face me, I face you house at 18 Agumbiade Street, was accused of convincing the JSS One to enter his room, defiling her and detaining her in his apartment for 11 days.
Wow. The parents or the guardian?
Where were the parents?
Or the guardian?
The guardians.
I mean,
11 days.
How can they not find a child for 11 days?
Kidnapping. If she might even have been locked up somewhere, tied up, these things happen.
I'd want to believe it's not ordinary or something of sort, you know. And that man, is it mentally all right? Is the man mentally all right?
That's a good question. It might not be mentally all right. But then let's bring this to the fore. This is festive season. Please, parents. You're traveling, people are coming to your home, mingling and all of that. Please, shine your eye.
Be watchful.
Yes, don't be careless.
Yes.
Even in the midst of familiar people, when you talk about cousins, uncles, aunties, you should be, create some boundaries, please. And the moment you're not seeing your child, around where they are supposed to be, begin to ask questions and search. And tell them to give them some orientation about how to handle their safety this period. Tell your child, remember the sex education. Maybe you should reiterate it this period. You're not supposed to be touched there. Teach them again and tell them neither uncle nor auntie, nor no neighbor, irrespective, no
family member,
and then give them some safety tips, please. And you also be vigilant and don't isolate a child. Don't let your child be too familiar with someone. And these days it does not even matter if it's the opposite sex, because we've seen grown men defiling young boys. We've seen grown-up women defiling small girls. So it doesn't even, the shade is please, you have to be very vigilant, and you are the first safety keeper for the children around you. And even as an adult, when you notice that a child is looking around in a way that can be detrimental to her, and you're an adult in that environment, you should be able to say, girl, what are you doing there? It's too dark for you to go that way. Go inside, go and meet your mom. Where is your mom? Why are you the only one here? Please ask.
All right, that's right.
Let's ask questions. Yeah, Study has said it all. I think we should move to the next, because we've said this in the past over and over about guardians, parents, keeping an eye on their words. Yes, at this time she said that, which is quite important. You want to say something?
Yes, I also feel most states, as we speak, the Child Right Act is not domesticated in most states in Nigeria. I know Ondo was the first to domesticate it. I think when we have this in place, it will help a lot. And this judgment, for me, it's a very good one, because it will serve as deterrent. This is no longer the time you try to hide things, especially parents, when you feel you don't want what's it called now, the stigma that comes with it. You want to sweep it under the carpet and all that. So moving on, we have this one. Pocket CEO shared a video clip noting Nigerians buy premium meat naira from vendors, since banks rarely provide enough pristine bills for spraying. Some call it wasteful monkey businesses and push for bank transfers to avoid markups, while defenders see it as harmless cultural fun with their own money, though the central bank bans spraying under 2007 law with fines or jail rates. Celebrations continue amid economic pressures. Applying apps like Pocket suggest digital alternatives to flash generosity without damage. You see, this thing, most time when I get to the party and I see that you have, like this advert I watched, since I begin use this kind of soap, I don't want to mention the soap. Now, Nunu smell, Nunu, you start saying Nunu money in the party, and ridiculously, they'll tell you a ridiculous amount if you want.
You're buying it.
You buy.
Yes.
You buy. You pay
10,000 naira
or something. They are giving you like 6,000 naira. You are buying 10,000 for 4,000 naira. We buy money in Nigeria. The government really needs.
How did this start?
But
do you remember how it all started? Yes.
How did this start?
You want to know how it's
I am interested, because I want to know if you know how it started.
Buying money in Nigeria.
Yes. Nigeria, you mean to say?
Yes.
No, but this has been on before then.
The culture of spraying money.
Exactly, and it's been on.
As long as, I don't know.
Exactly.
It's how to show big manship in the parties when they
like I have access to it, you don't have access to it.
But then, yes, as much as it's indecent to, or let me say it's not okay.
Disrespect naira.
Yes, currency. But what's a party without the bills? A friend of mine that came from the north recently and witnessed a party.
It's it's part of our culture.
I was like, wow! It's not that I know that Yoruba's party. I said, what did this say? Since we are now banned spraying of money, said, people were just dropping bond like this. Like, she couldn't believe her eyes. I said, no. So you can see celebrities too now. They no longer
spray. No, you can spray, but you have to pay attention.
Brisket fell. He had his own share of that. He was sent to prison. Yeah, exactly. So, but then, but I think banks should also make this money available for us, because so the audits we don't get to buy. Okay, let me quickly take this. It's on a video. We'll play that video quickly of a guy eating Maggie cubes and drinking vegetable oil. Even though, let's see the video really, and then we quickly give our thought to it. If we have that video, I think it can come up. It's true that what is actually, because the truth is
arrested.
Exactly.
Whether that is what he ate or not, he should be, arrested and have his mental health, evaluated. Yes. Because yesterday when I saw this video, I couldn't watch through. I was just scared for, like, any moment this guy could
collapse and die.
Yes, collapse and die.
And they'll come up with a serious health issue. Okay, so finally, quickly, because of our time, female undergraduate of Tai Solaren University Education, Tao said, who identifies as a computer science student, has shared, our firm views on dating and financial standards. In a viral video circulating online, the lady stated that she is not open to romantic relationship with men who earn less than 5 million naira monthly. Let me stop there.
It's what?
Serious.
I think personal.
Serious. How much does she have?
Does it?
Is she rich? I mean, if you are coming up with that kind of thing, then you are gallant now. Does she have money?
Let's even say she does. Is that the real thing? Is that what makes the marriage work?
Well, exactly. That's another thing.
Like children or people of this age, we're living the necessity to the trivial things, and that's why we keep saying divorces and all of that. It's very, very.
There is a way life will come with experience, and then life will teach you that you have that experience, and you will change your whatever you've said before. Okay, so I must believe it comes with experience. When it gets to that point, my eat words are back.
My eat words are back.
Yeah. So and money could be visitor. You have it today, tomorrow you're broke. So
that's another thing. So let me quickly take your party shots at Tilayo.
All right. Yes, it's the festive season. Please, I'm still going to say this. We cannot say it enough that security, wherever you are this time, please be watchful, be mindful. Security issue is not for one person, it's for all. So please, let's take care. Be mindful of where you go, be mindful of people you move with at this time. And if you really don't have much, please do not go break the bank. Just live within your means. Whatever you have, just be happy with people around you. That's enough. All right, that's from me.
Well, it's Christmas, and we know the reason for the season. Well, I think that should matter most, and not somebody trying to dirty the December so that you don't dent your life eventually.
Don't dirty the December so you don't dent your life. I will take. Be careful what you wish for. It's okay that the lady is asking for very big money to start a life, but like Katilayo said, how much you get. You know that these things you build in your head at the end of the day, you know, if you return. I did have a vet because by next week Friday, Christmas is over. So have a fun-filled Christmas celebration. But please do everything in moderation. If you don't get money for chicken, I better kick momo, kick eja, and that's it. My name is Remy Allen. Special thanks to everyone who participated on the show. Till we meet again on Boxing Day, please remember to come with our boxes. Bye.